Oh, hey.
We're doing fantastic.
Oh!
Hi,
Hello?
Burley.
Hi!
That was you playing that?
That was me, dude.
There was music?
Magic Hands.
I was very engrossed.
I was
in
all
what
over the place
reading.
on that song. But you guys were reading your books, so I just figured I was going to meme a little music.
Yeah, dude.
Well, we had a few minutes
Meme the meme.
to wait for the show to start. Speaking of the show, it's faux.
Yeah.
We are back.
Very faux
Faux?
Christmas.
Like the French word for false? Or
It's a very faux Christmas.
It is a very faux Christmas.
Yeah, I'm wearing Christmas socks, as you can see. Pretty cool.
I'm not sure if those are Christmas socks or 40-year-old lesbian socks, but they are plaid nonetheless.
I bought them from a 40-year-old lesbian, so
I'm not wearing any underwear.
isn't that kind of normal for you? Or is that not normal?
It's just when I'm in like a frisky mood.
I'm gonna rock some barbecue Pringles in the short can. You like barbecue Pringles?
Hey, can you feed me one?
Yeah.
If we're gonna have snacks, I'm gonna bust out a ramen.
I'm gonna have a vat pretty soon.
What's a ramen?
Ramen is a Japanese soda that has
Like a gimmick marble in it?
yeah, it does have a gimmick marble in it. That's a shoot. But
Don't you have to like
yeah,
gim it to open it?
you did. Like as you've alluded, it is a faux Christmas, which means this is Put 'em Over.
It's the artist formerly known as Put 'em Over podcast.
That's a shoot.
Yeah.
We're now Push That Fella.
Push that fella.
Push That Fella.
We have come together for the holiday season to do a one-night show.
Yeah, you know, not a lot of things
YouTube
can bring us
special.
together, but Christmas can.
Yeah, I do want to specify we are doing not a holiday show. We're doing a Christmas show. We're not.
This is
We're gonna be
Christmas
saying
show?
we're gonna be
Yeah.
saying Merry Christmas again.
Yeah,
That I
saying-
can tell you.
right now.
True. I just called it the holiday season because that's what brought
It's
you
the
guys
season.
to town.
Yeah.
It is the season of giving. It's also the season of receiving. Like a lot of people say, oh, it's better to give than to receive, but I really enjoy receiving whatever gimmicks you guys bring my way.
What if we're talking about oral sex?
Yeah, I'm a giver on that.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy it myself. Yeah,
give?
cunnilingus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I do a little thing with like my finger, tongue, and lips are all doing separate things.
Okay.
Because I can move my tongue independent of what my lips are doing. I don't know.
Congratulations, most people with like.
I'm talking about
Parkinson's.
I'm talking about different areas.
Most people with the ability to speak can do that.
I'm talking about different areas. Though.
Still, like unless you had a stroke, like a debilitating stroke.
My
most
lips,
people can do
my
that.
lips are doing stuff like up in like the clitoris region, and my tongue is
Show
like
me.
6 inches down.
Show me, like.
I'm not gonna show you.
Pantomime it.
No, I want to do it.
Hey.
I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction.
Where is that? I heard it was on the cleft of the labia.
The cleft of the labia. Yeah.
So, to explain our departure from the world of podcasting, I felt like I needed to make a personal change in my life and lose 100 pounds so that my Young Bucks camo would fit me better. And so, since we were last in the public eye on the YouTubes, I have dropped 100 pounds. And I'm here eating chips with you guys.
Looking
Good
svelte.
for you, dude.
I'm looking kind of good, huh?
Yeah, you're a black skinny fat fuck.
I am a black skinny fat fuck right now.
It's a shoot.
But the Bucks camo needed to fit me better.
Yeah,
Like,
I
when
remember.
bought it,
I remember when you debuted it. It
was
did not
rough.
fit well.
it was rough. But I rocked it with pride.
I know that our fans and our enemies both, we live rent-free in their heads, and they have been starved for the latter half of the year of our Lord 2017 of what our opinions are of the world of wrestling.
Yeah.
And so it's
They're
only
waiting.
it's only right that at the end of the year, at the climax of 2017, G1 climax, I was thinking of an orgasm, like of a woman, which I've given to a woman. You haven't. I know that's why you didn't follow that. So
Oh man.
try to keep up.
Okay.
I'm begging you. I'm on my hands and knees before God. Have sex. So I figured it's a good time at the end of 2017 to revive the podcast long enough at least to do the official 2017 Gimmick Awards.
And the Gimmick Exchange.
That is a true statement.
Some people call it Mean Santa. We call it Meme Santa.
Yeah.
We call everything meme though.
Well,
We live pure lives of memery.
we just memed at a Mexican place.
Yeah. But I got a very.
Esmeraldas.
But I got
Is
a
it?
very shoot thing. Wasn't a meme what I got.
It was like a vanilla thing.
Yeah.
But you tried horchata for the first time.
Dude, that was so good.
Yeah.
I told you, dude. It's like meme milk.
I always thought it was some meme milk. I didn't know that the cinnamon was involved.
Yeah.
Isn't Esmeralda's more like El Salvadorian food?
No.
Really? It's just Mexican food?
Yeah.
I thought they were like...
They don't have like pupusas there or anything.
I didn't think they were like shoot Mexicans that were running that place. I thought it was like
I don't know.
a chick from El Salvador.
I don't know.
Like Guatemala.
I do not know the ethnic
Like, who
history
is
of the
El
proprietor.
Esmeralda? No one will ever know.
Nobody knows.
I had chicken mole. It was good.
I had
Looks
chicken
pretty
binga.
tight.
Quesadilla especial.
Renee
So-
Modelo.
Yeah. Put you over.
Yeah.
Through the lime. So I think in true form, we would always start with the gimmick exchange.
I think that's correct.
Get the cheap pops out of the way.
Okay.
Because I remember being a kid growing up on Christmas, you always had to do like all the family stuff first and have dinner, and
Yeah.
then you got to open presents. And like for me, growing up in the church, like we had to go to like the candlelight service, and then we had to come home, and Grandpa had to read like the story of the birth of Christ. And we had to,
Please
like,
tell me
sit
it was
through
Luke 2.
Of course it was. Is there any other Luke too?
In the world? There actually isn't.
Is there any other birth of Christ that happened? Luke 2. It's based.
Yeah, it is based. That's what I said.
So, you did say based, huh? Okay, so we do it backwards. It's like eating dessert first. We're going to go with the gimmicks first because the cheap pops is what we wait all year to do for
I'm a
each other.
grown-ass man, honey. I can do it however
That's
I
a
want.
shoot. And
Come on a girl in 2 minutes.
I think last year you went first.
I'll fuck your wife and make a sonata.
In 2015 I went first because I was so excited about my gimmick. So you're going to go first this year and divvy out your
And I
St.
will.
Nicholas.
I will. So, I got you guys kind of paltry token memes this year, unfortunately, because earlier in the year I did extravagantly create a custom meme. So, if Hurley, you'd like to demo it for the camera, I got official put him over custom Ribera jackets made
That's right.
for when we go and
That's
meme
right.
at live shows.
That's right.
That's right.
I hope
That's
they can
right.
see the fireplace on the TV. I don't know if the angle of the camera is right, but...
If they can't, at
Were you
least they
supposed
can
to like
feel.
check that in like pre-production?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh, whatever.
Dude, I fired my production guy. I fired our gaffer, everybody.
What about your Mexican detailer?
Hold on, Pop.
the cheap pop. So I do have memes. Unfortunately, I'm worried that you guys both own these memes already.
Wow.
Because they're just so inherently you guys. What I got
If it's a
for
They're
Roll
us.
Club beanie, I have it.
They're us the gift.
especially for Hurley,
Oh, God.
what I purchased for Hurley is Hurley the gift.
Okay.
The two aspects of it, it's like a Tao. Like the yin and the yang, the light and the dark,
Uh-huh.
the duality of the universe.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's the duality
Of
of
Hurley.
Hurley in Put 'em Over.
Could be.
Oh my God.
So, like...
We gotta do that one first then.
And
I
then-
love, like, the Precious Moments wrapping
And I
paper.
know you
Oh,
know
it's
of
Tinkerbell.
this, but I don't know if you got it or not, so... I'm praying you didn't. You're the kind of guy who says, I'll buy it right now, and then doesn't.
So at one point, I probably told you that I'd buy this right now.
Exactly.
I probably
But
didn't.
I couldn't...
Yeah.
Doesn't that go for everything in the world?
That's what I mean. I probably didn't.
I like the other day in the hangout when you said, I will go right now tomorrow as soon as I get off work. Or whatever. I love extending the I'll do it right now as to as soon as I'm done doing what I'm doing.
Yeah. It still works.
Well, I'm
Okay,
about to
so
go
I'm opening
upstairs
this
and
right
learn
now.
how to have sex in 6 months.
I'm opening this right now.
Yes, you are.
Okay, alright. Oh my god. I know exactly what this is. This is Hurley, the gift. This is not just a like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle like wrestler gimmick. It is Donatello, my favorite guy, as my favorite guy. It's a double meme.
Exactly.
God.
It could not have been more Hurley.
Dude,
That is Hurley.
you saw this and bought it like instantly. Like I
Like
know.
the Venn diagrams of this
Yeah.
meme.
Yeah.
Like there's 3 circles here. Hurley,
This is on the
Donatello,
element chart.
Ultimate Warrior.
This is on the element chart. Like you have to put a couple of things together and you get this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
this triple circle Venn
Look up to the
diagram
camera.
forms one circle.
And show it off. That is pretty sick. I like that a lot, man. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry
and
Christmas.
for the Ribera jacket, which I
Yeah.
wore, which I'll tell a story about that later.
That's
I
tight.
did wear this to a live event. Okay. So now T-Cat.
All right, let's do it. Feels like a book to me.
It could be a book.
It might be. Ain't got nothing to do with me though.
I mean, I know you don't know how to read because
I
you're.
love when you drop like a shoot could be, and you don't
Like a
meme
non-meme could do.
Yeah.
Then you immediately you catch yourself, so you repeat yourself with, could be.
Could be. Oh my god, what is it? Oh, dude. Is that April?
Did you buy it?
No.
Yes.
Dude. Philip Mendez Brooks, dude.
A book gets over in every one of our gift exchanges
God,
in
this
some
is
way.
tight.
Last year,
I
a bottle
wanted to
opener.
read this.
Yeah, I know.
Last year, a bottle opener got over and it came with a book.
Yeah.
But this year, like a sheet.
I only bought the book because it came with. I bought the bottle opener and the book was like with it.
Yeah. The best part is how you explained that on the show last year.
Crazy is my superpower.
Dude, my number one girl, April.
Good job. Good job.
This is gonna be a great. It's gonna be like I want to live her journey with her. To be honest, like because life is a journey, and you know she had a lot of roadblocks. You know things got in her way, but she's a strong woman, and she didn't let any of it get in her way, and she saw through all the way to her dream.
And she's never been knocked out by Mickey Gall, so at least you know it has a happy ending.
Cuckman Phil.
Cuckman Phil.
Phil didn't get
Thank
knocked
you,
out either.
Lucha
He got
John.
choked out.
I do not have this, and I will read it. My God. Dude, thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
I think I'm going to go next. I'm going to let T-Cat go last this year since he
Alright.
went first last year.
All right.
Should I go last? I should go
I think
last.
you should go last.
I should go last because
Alright.
you know what I'm memeing, so.
Yeah.
Alright.
And
So-
way to like
so it's
break the
me?
kayfabe on that. Yeah, it is.
All right.
you.
Let's see. This would be.
Well, we always share what we're getting.
Is the gift bag a meme?
No.
Gift bag?
These are just memes.
Tissue
I know,
paper
but
is.
no. Like I'm insane in general.
Oh, I see.
When
what
you like show up,
Well,
and, like everyone has wrapped gifts, and then there's like the bag.
I do know that in 3 years of doing this, he's never actually wrapped a gift. The only thing he ever wrapped was the box of like Bootios.
That's a
The
shame.
Christmas Bootios.
By the way, I don't know if you appreciated the like paper I picked for you guys.
yeah,
I picked
Tinkerbell.
I picked it specifically for two reasons. One, because ABG's girlfriend loves
Yeah.
Tinkerbell.
Oh yeah.
Loves
Oh, yeah.
Tinkerbell. Has her tattooed on her ankle.
Oh yeah.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
But then I also figured
On the top of
Tinkerbell
her
is
foot.
like a super short, petite blonde with no tits. So you have to like her as well.
Dude, that's my
But-
kind of girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Alexa.
Kaufman.
Kaufman.
All right, because my gifts, according to meme level, the pinnacle of Hurley's gift is a little more meme, so I want to
Can't
do
wait.
him second. So we're
Alright.
gonna do Lucha John first. And for you,
You know I'll always work to pop the boys in the back, so
Always.
whoever's more over.
the thing that this wrapping is over is the first thing you open. So that's your number
Dude, I
one.
love his
Alright, so
I have an order.
level. His
Yeah.
level
so
of
whatever
memes.
this is right here is what I pull out first.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got.
Ah,
Nice. Love when action figures get over.
I love that it's specifically an
Yeah, it's a
NXT
takeover
takeover
figure,
one.
dude.
Yeah.
With like the mask.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
my
the
god,
best.
I'm saving the box.
That is the best.
You got me a figure of Flabska.
Fatska hungry, dude.
Flabska hungry.
Dude, this is so sick.
God, they like accurately got her like Poochie like charm point.
Donatello.
I would
as
like
Ultimate
suck
Warrior.
the calories off of
I
her.
know you would.
God, so
Why
I didn't even know they had a Kana figure.
Dude, when I saw it was the first time I'd ever seen it. Was when I bought it.
That's like when I bought the Ric Flair with like the actual cloth robe.
Dude,
For
that
you.
yeah, that was
yeah.
tight. I have that
I
on
was
display.
Like, I never would have bought that otherwise, but like I saw that and I was like, dude, he has to have this.
I was recently bitching that they made everyone else but no Kana figure because that's the only one I would buy.
There it is, right
There
there.
it is. I'm surprised no one's stolen
I
it.
can't believe nobody stole it.
I love that the rest of this line is Dash and Dawson.
Dash and
not
Dawson.
Yeah.
God, I was in Toys R Us last week and I
course you
saw
were.
a Funko Pop of Nakamura Shinsuke.
Yeah, I saw that too in Toys R Us.
And just the
Right.
level of the meme of that existing.
It's like a
I
meme
never-
within a meme.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you like snag that? I would have snagged that for Hurley all day long.
I'm not gonna fucking give dimes to knock a meme.
I would have at least sent me a picture of it.
Alright, wait, let me
Do
see
you
that.
want this?
I gotta figure out your next
You have to
level.
like relayer the meme.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, dude.
Your gifts are like onions and Shrek.
Yeah.
Like there's layers.
Yeah, dude. And he never just single gifts anyone. Always double
Yeah.
gifts.
Okay, the next thing is what that is covering. It's like at the top.
What that is covering.
Yeah.
So like whatever this little.
No, it's the other thing.
Oh, okay.
You fucked it up.
So it's like soft.
Yeah,
Okay.
the soft thing is next.
This is some sort of T-shirt.
Of course it is. What is it? It's an NRA shirt? Is it an NRA shirt? Nice.
Oh my god! Holy fuck! Like Randy Orton owns this shirt.
Yeah.
It's a fucking. It's an NRA shirt with like a rattle.
Oh!
It says "Don't tread."
Yeah! Triple meme. That's awesome. It's like Orton, like anchor blue guy with a
Oh.
snake, and NRA.
Fuck. Yeah, he like works out with this.
Absolutely.
Absolutely fuck. Alright, so now I can safely...
Yeah, it's the last level of meme.
What the fuck?
What is it? I can't see it. Okay, we'll get to it in a second,
I've
guys.
had like a meme stroke.
You having a meme stroke? Jeez. What do we got?
I'm getting a big Berkey in my pants right now.
What do we got?
You get some KD armor too.
Katie Armor.
They're putting chemicals in the water that turn the frickin' frogs gay. This is a survival spring, field-ready water filter from Alexa Pure.
Alexa Pure, dude.
Oh, okay, so it's from that meme. Okay, alright. I like it.
Info meme.
Like, it's not like the Bear Grylls water purifier. It's gotta be the Alex Jones.
It's an
Yeah,
info,
of course.
It's an InfoWars one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Tight.
every single time.
Infowarsstore.com.
You need to listen again. Like he was
Yeah, I
going
need to
so
get back
hard on
on
the
it.
Luciferians and like John Podesta. Like spirit cook.
It's
Hashtag
pretty
spirit
great.
cooking. God, thank you, man. Like, this.
Dude, the triple meme was good. That
They're,
was
they're
awesome.
out there, dude.
Dude,
The-
like when
the
I
chemicals.
pulled it out, I was like, "What?"
I could tell. I was like, he doesn't.
What is this?
It hasn't quite hit yet.
And then I looked down and see Alexa Pure. And I'm so
Like it had to be an Alexa Pure. Like it can't just be any water filter.
So tight.
You got a meme stroke.
That was a pretty good drop, the meme stroke. I enjoyed that.
oh my god.
All right,
There's a war on for your mind.
there is. All right, let's see.
The enemy
levels
is on
for
the
this
march.
shit. All right, for Hurley,
Turn up the music for this. This is
I
good.
put the level 1 gift on the very top. So
Okay.
it's like the first
Alright,
thing.
alright.
And then we'll go from there.
So this right here?
Yeah.
Alright. Dude, Oregon Ducks socks. You
That's
know,
tight!
dude, you know I mess with like
Like meme socks.
meme
Dude,
socks.
yeah,
I'm wearing
thank
you. I have like Christmas story socks, everything,
Dude,
dude.
meme
Like,
socks are so over.
Yeah.
dude, they're so tight. Thank you, dude. 50 years, probably Austin Stadium, I'm guessing.
God, of course he's like just already dropping like.
I already know, dude. All right.
All right, let's see.
Next
Gotta
meme.
redo it here.
Thank you. I appreciate the socks.
Oh my god.
Next meme is on the top again. It's the bigger of the two things.
It's kind of bottle feeling
Yeah,
thing.
it
Okay.
is.
It's a bottle
It is.
of something, dude. It's Oregon Ducks buffalo like sauce. Is this from Buffalo Wild Wings?
No.
Oh, it's just buffalo wing sauce from like
Yeah.
with Oregon Ducks label on it.
God.
I will drink this.
Dude, do you remember that?
Like I will put this over, dude. Love.
You remember
wings.
that night we were at that party at DeDeckers
Yeah.
watching the Ducks game, and like it was
Yeah.
a huge party. The moment the Ducks lost, you got so quiet and you just left.
I was
You like
dead.
left the party without a word.
So this is
Yeah, that's the last one.
All right. So obviously Tika has relocated to Oregon. Well, he did that a while ago, but he's totally living the meme up there.
Is that why you got me NRA and camo? Because you know I'm in Nevada. Oh my god.
Meme stroke?
This is better than the water purifier. This is absolutely better than the water purifier. He might have outdone my meme tonight. He might have out-memed me, and you know what I mean. I don't know how to like say this, but he got me. This is like a collector's item.
I had to work
This
hard.
is
find it.
a bottle of Anchor Blue cologne.
Oh!
Anchor Blue cologne. Oh my god.
How'd you find
It
it?
took me a
eBay?
while, but I found it on eBay.
Dude, it smells like fucking some dude named like
Fucking
Trevor. Oh my god,
Dude,
dude!
don't like discard the box.
Oh, never. Sorry.
I gotta get a whiff. Like this is gonna take me back.
So it's DV8, like to be a, yeah, right? Anchor Blue cologne, and like the gimmick on the bottle is like a barcode and like an N0002, like a number 2. Yeah, this guy like, oh dude, smell that, put it on, go ride your red line bicycle with the red rubber tires, your BMX bike. God, That is like, I'm gonna frame that. That is Anchor Blue cologne, dude.
God, and you know, like, to this day, somewhere in, like, a little box, his puka shell necklace still smells of that stuff.
ABG, man. Anchor Blue cologne. I dig it. God, you were right, man. That was like...
I had to make sure you open that last.
That was different levels of meme, for sure. For sure. All right.
Wow.
So, as we move on... Wow, that was... What a deep cut, dude. What a deep cut.
Like Alexa Pure and Anchor Blue cologne.
Were you just searching Anchor Blue cologne for like weeks to try to get this?
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna freaking put that cologne, those socks on, make some hot wings, have a girl over.
Dude, you're gonna be loving
Yeah.
life.
All right, so we're gonna move on to Hurley.
Jesus.
Guys, real quick, this gift exchange is brought to you by Onnit. Onnit, ONNIT. Go to Onnit for Alpha Brain. Save 20% if you sign up for the monthly newsletter. Get your Alpha Brain. It produces vivid and even lucid dreams,
God.
guys. Okay? This is obviously for Lucha John. This is
Why?
his.
Obviously, I can't even begin to know why. Is it because
It's a
fucking
meme.
Pentagoat is right on the front?
Yeah. So I've decided, as I told you guys a little bit earlier, I've decided that I'm not going to tear down Gorilla and throw it in a box. We don't have Gorilla is kind of not really commissionable anymore, but I'm going to give it to these
It's like
guys.
the ruins of the old world. Now.
Yeah. I'm going to give these guys a piece of the temple, one piece at a time. And so actually, you ended up with 2 pieces of it tonight. So just go ahead and open your gift. But I did put Onnit stickers on both of your gifts.
I don't want to rip this because I want the Onnit sticker.
Yeah, I know. And the funny thing about those Onnit stickers, you gave them to me last year with my Onnit stuff.
Yeah.
The
warrior bar.
The warrior bar. Yeah, and the Alpha Brain. In the kettle corn box. And of course I put that in like a wrestling goodies box from that crate I used to
Yes. So tight.
Oh, and I always wrap memes inside the meme.
Yeah.
It's like multiple memes.
Okay, so
Is there like an order? I feel
yeah,
like
that one the one that's in your hand right now.
This?
Another piece of Gorilla.
Oh God.
What's that?
Autograph at the CWC, TJP. But he's got Rich Swan in like a crab crawl.
Steam trading.
I didn't even see that! Dude, the best part
That's
about
like a bonus meme.
this is that I went out to the garage to get a box, and that picture was already in the box, and the box had like a luchador face on it, so I was like, this is the box I'm going to use for him, and I'm leaving the picture in there.
God. TJP. Alright.
So you can open the bigger one first, because
It's
it's,
this one.
yeah, it's not like deep
It's like
memory.
soft. I assume it's some sort of wearable item.
Yeah.
Like a piece of
So-
apparel.
Your stuff, like I didn't have time to like meme anything hella funny like an Anchor Blue cologne online for you, so I went with like a trip to Hot Topic instead.
I thought, wouldn't you guys just saying that they don't even carry these at Hot Topic?
They had them.
That's fucking sick!
Dude, they're so comfortable. It's like my favorite pair of
God,
clothing.
they like feel...
They're super comfy.
Dude, they look soft.
And that's a medium because they run hella big.
I want you
Always feel that.
I want you to touch where my
Do you have
penis
them?
will go.
No, I don't have these
They're
at all.
so
Dang, those
comfy.
are soft.
I wish I'd have known you didn't have
do
them.
you
I
want
would have got you some.
you want to do that again after I put these on?
Anyway,
Touch my penis just a little bit.
they run really big. Like my 2X is like way too huge.
Yeah,
Or I think I bought a 1X and it's like way too big. I should have got a large.
It's because you felt like a small penis.
Yeah, could be. Yeah,
Could
wouldn't
be.
pack it. So my favorite part of this meme, I keep explaining these things like you do.
Yeah, it's fun.
My favorite part of this is like I didn't realize this until I was wrapping it, but you know how shirts like how things are like tagless. Obviously, it's like a wearable item, so like I pop for like what the tag says on the inside of the meme.
Yes! I was just there tonight, mad as all hell.
But they didn't have it.
They didn't have it in my size.
I bought the last one.
God, so
That was the last large.
love glow.
And did you read like the tagless tag on the
It
inside?
says glow, Netflix.
Dude,
official
it says
merchandise.
Netflix original on it. Like, it caught me really hard. When I was wrapping it, I was like, Netflix original! It's so cheap right there. It's like when you like get a Bullet Club tee that says Pro Wrestling Tees inside.
So
Yeah.
tight.
Love that. Love that.
Love glow, dude. Like the absolute goat.
All right. So, Merry Christmas, my friend.
Merry Christmas, thank you.
So,
I might take my pants off right now during the.
Do it.
Do you
Yeah,
think I won't?
under the poncho, just do it.
Right
But
you need to be like part of this though. So
All right,
I'm gonna wait for you to finish.
No, I'll
All right, you can
I'll
repackage in
hesitate.
a minute.
That's fine.
All right, so you got on it stickers as well.
I'm
They're
a
hard to
patient
see on
man.
that one, but.
on it.
All right.
So we got a story behind this.
Just go ahead and open it.
All right.
I was gonna say, I
There's
think
not
we
much
know
of a
the
story on this one, but it's a cheap pop for sure.
Always is. Got some sort of box.
Yeah.
Go to the next level.
Yep. Can you take that out first? That's like your favorite
This is
one.
like my favorite beat meme.
I know it is. And it goes along with the gift.
I have more power over him.
That's right. We print memes on this podcast.
Yeah, we're deep
Printing
on the
memes.
glacier.
God.
I shit post in cold water.
Like,
See,
you
I
might
got-
already have that.
I
but,
don't
like,
have that. No, that's the best part is that I don't
Oh,
have
perfect.
a
Because I
physical
give you like
copy
stacks of
this.
these
You
at a
have a
time.
physical
I don't know, it's like a
macro.
CD. Like I need to figure out like what this should go on though, because I have these all over my house on like certain things that it, like matches with. Like
Yeah, I have
yeah,
beat memes all over my house.
exactly. So I don't know where this
I have
would
one
go.
above my scale. It says I weigh 87 pounds. I weigh 467 pounds. Bro.
Oh, like right. I have a section in my kitchen where I keep like some of my like bottles of alcohol, like I have whiskey and stuff.
Yeah.
And I have one of them that says I drink vodka, brother, straight up.
There we go.
Like it's right there.
Dude,
I kind of want one now on my Keurig that says you just gotta wake up in the morning and eat coffee, brother.
I'm glad you said that because I have a whole booklet of them in my backpack and you guys can dig through and take whatever you want.
You can rummage through my discarded memes.
No, they're not discarded. Like, I just got a fresh thing of them so that we could all go through them and, like...
A fresh
He
batch
just
of
hit the
memes.
meme crop for the meme
Dude,
harvest.
I just harvested the memes, dude. Alright, so this is,
Amarillo.
dude,
I like from that I still don't know what it is, which is tight.
this is cheap pop. It really is. It definitely goes along with that meme that you just... You know how we always talk about him wearing that fucking thing? Dude, how tight is that?
Oh my god.
How tight is that?
Fuck, dude.
How did we like all meme this hard this year?
I don't know, but we're not done.
God.
Why do you have a fucking present all the way over there? What is that back there, dude?
Where?
The present that's like
Oh.
at your piano.
Oh, back there?
It's like a tall. Is that like a Red Rider? Like a Daisy Red Rider?
Could be.
Get it? I want to shoot like some
Oh.
minorities.
Wait, you know what? The meme continues. It's identified as an Onyx box.
She's for me.
Yeah,
Santa brought you an additional present?
he did.
Santa
He
Claus?
left
On
you.
it.
He left you that Red Rider BB gun you
This
were
is
wanting.
like a bizarrely shaped thing. Like
It's a gun for
like it looks like it could be.
for shooting minorities.
You got him an NRA shirt. I just got you a gun.
It's funny because you're in California. You couldn't have done that.
Don't tear your Onyx sticker.
I would never.
Yeah. In the history of the faux podcast, I don't know if it gets as cheap as this. In terms of pop.
God. Is that a hint of what's in it?
No.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Wow. That tape. Like, it could have totally been that.
Shoot.
Dang, this is an elaborate box.
Well, I think, yeah, that's probably it, yeah.
Oh, dang, this is like not even been opened at all.
So there's like two things in there.
Which one's first?
This one. It's a piece of gorilla.
God,
The
my
Leave a Base
favorite.
auto, dude.
It popped so hard when you got that. That was
Dude.
like the first like
Yeah, I was
wrestle
gonna
crate
say,
you
wasn't
got.
that the first
It was
one?
the very first one. We died, dude.
My girl, dude.
Blue pants, man.
Alright, man. The piece de resistance.
Piece de meme distance.
want some help?
It's like way larger than it looks.
We print memes on this podcast!
Oh my god.
Got you a beat banner, buddy.
That's right. How's that sound, pal?
The boxing glove pennant was only like the setup to the actual meme.
I like can't even speak right now, dude.
Look how tight that looks. Are we gonna read all these?
I think so a lot, dude. I compromise.
Dude, I'm this tough.
Go ahead, spit it out.
Who, me? I've been boxing for 12 years, boy.
Hey, you gotta wake up in the morning and eat coffee,
Dude,
I
brother.
have that above my coffee pot.
I'm really glad, like, when I opened it, I saw that sticker and I was like, dude, he got me like a villain, like, Bullet Club umbrella. And I'm glad that it wasn't, and it was this.
Never
This is,
have,
like, a
never
lot
will.
better.
That's right.
Once in a
And
blue
here
moon,
you go,
that
right
does.
I have more power over him.
I'm black, but I'm Puerto Rican, but I ain't stupid.
Good for you, dude.
I don't know nothing. I don't want to know nothing.
I
got my own problems,
spent
brother.
a day and a half designing this online. And the funny thing is, I sent you a picture of it.
Yeah,
'cause I
you were
got it
having
from
me
my
like,
brother.
you're having me put like.
You were editing it
Yeah.
for me.
Oh
He was
God.
doing some peer editing.
That-
and
I've been a cop for like 4 years.
the minute
bro.
I found out we were still doing the gift exchange, I was like, I know exactly what he's getting. And I ordered this right away. Like, which is kind of a meme because these are kind of expensive to get shipped, and I'd already ordered my brother, so I had to pay another $15 for shipping because I didn't order yours.
I'm
at the same
glad,
time.
like, there were a couple on here that I was insistent on being there, and they made it on.
Yeah, there's only
I
a
got a
couple
head
that I
that's
really,
large.
I really. I got
That was like a late addition to like.
Yeah,
a meme.
That was when I was in Portland
Yeah.
last time. So, I'm telling you straight up, like a man.
Cost me at least $5,000.
I'm
Cost
a real
me
man.
a lot
honey.
of
He
fucking
thinks
money.
he's a tough guy.
What do you want with me? Dude, so, yeah, so this is, I got one of these for my little brother, and I'm gonna give it to him tomorrow night at Christmas Eve.
God, amazing.
And he's getting the same meme. I got him the boxing glove pennant, and I got him the I've been boxing for 12 years boy, like, meme. Because that's, like, one of his favorite ones. The macro printed. Might even wrap it in that. Oh, no, I already wrapped his. Did I? I think I did.
Oh God, dude. Thank you.
No problem, buddy.
This was.
Merry Christmas.
That's how you escalate when you have a meme banner.
Yeah.
That's what you
Is
like.
that
That's
deeper
your,
on the iceberg?
that's your standard. You wear that into battle during the next meme war.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, if you were, like, you know, like UFC, they, like, drop the banner?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I would have if I was, like, in an MMA fight.
Like if you were wrestling at Quotaquin Hall, someone in the like bleachers would fucking have that draped over. Like the
You
nose
love
piece.
it?
Yes.
Dude, the boxing pennant is tight. I kind of
Yeah.
want one.
They're tight, dude. I'm just gonna rock it.
It's, like, heavy, too.
Yeah.
Like, quality,
Been
dude.
boxing for 12 years.
So I was online the other day, and
Not one of those too.
I was like trying to think of like how I could like wrap that without you knowing exactly what it was because you knew about the banner, but I
Yeah.
guess it just threw you off completely. You had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea. Like, especially when I saw like the umbrella pendant, it threw me off.
So I called him and I said we're gonna work like a Christmas story meme with like the Red Ryder BB gun behind the piano.
Work gonna work, dude. Good.
Life is a work,
Yeah.
and all I do is work.
That was a Christmas present. Life is a work.
Life is work. That was what it shoot. That was your first year. Yeah.
Well, Merry Christmas, guys.
Feliz Navidad, dude.
This
I
was
think
a,
it's-
this was a good gift exchange.
Yeah, it was.
I'm gonna put on
This
some
was
Anchor Blue Glow.
it was a valued rug.
Dude, that was a really, really good thing. And the best part about that banner is like I designed it online, so I can just have it in my account and I can just throw it in my cart and order one for anyone that wants one. Like Daddy D already asked me like, how much do I need to give you to get that?
Well, I think it's time to transition. Oh my God, Josh, you're gonna wear the Anchor Blue cologne. You're not Anchor Blue guy.
I'll do it right now.
You did it right now.
Yeah,
Past tense, bro.
it smells good, man.
So yeah, I think it's time to transition on into the other half of the put 'em over Christmas
Can we
gathering.
top this
meme.
though? I don't know if it can even be topped.
It can't be topped, but it's our due diligence as respected journalists in the wrestling world. We're like the Dave Meltzer of white nationalists.
Yeah.
Or did we get the award for most problematic podcast this year?
No, we
Is
didn't
that a
get
category?
nominated. So, since you brought it up, I'm just gonna do it now. We're gonna be getting into the 2017 Gimmick Awards. This is going to
Maybe.
be the 3rd annual Gimmick Awards.
Yeah.
Semi-annual.
No, hey, we've done it every year. This is the 3rd.
I meant semi as in we're not really like deep memery right now.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah. He's watched wrestling.
Try one of these.
Okay.
They're good.
I went on to vote for a friend of mine in the Wrestling Twitter Awards for 2017, which has just a laundry list, a cavalcade of categories, and she was nominated for Hottest Wrestling Fan. So I decided she has big old titties. I'll vote for her. She's
Okay.
cool. Like
She is kind of hot. Like I saw her
they're
picture.
super hot and they're huge tits. And so I figured, I'll go on. And I'm scrolling through just seeing what are some of the other like fucking Feud of the Year, Meltzer's Tweet of the Year, all this different shit. And I get down to most problematic account. And third from the top, Lucha John.
Problematic enough to get banned for life.
Yeah, banned on Twitter. Haven't been on a podcast. Banned from PWT. Haven't even been to PWG. Still occupying space rent-free in these guys' heads.
Yeah, but you don't go to PWG because you're like a pussy and you think you're gonna get beat up.
Yeah, I'm terrified of those soy boys that weigh like 120.
Dude, I'm gonna try these cuttlefish crackers though.
It's tight.
Oh, I need to put over Pete's because he sent me these Trader Joe's turkey and stuffing kettle chips, and they are literally like eating turkey and stuffing.
Yeah.
In the form of a potato. Thanks, Pete's.
All right,
guy.
so since
Buddy, dude, man, dude, bra, guy, kid, pal.
since I know you guys are lazy and have barely put together your list, I'm assuming I'm going to kick off each entry.
Hey, not my fault that while you were having premarital sex, I was mastering the blockchain. Like, don't get mad at me for that.
Now that the barbarians are at the gate and the world is on fire, you have the audacity to seek my help.
I'm going to assume that in order to put together like a list of like wrestling awards, you need to like be watching wrestling pretty.
Yeah, so you're almost completely excluded from this, but
Yeah,
I'm
but I'm gonna meme a few things.
Yeah.
So, we're going to kick it off with the same traditional ones, but we are going to kick it off by debuting a brand new award. Because I feel like
the
this is...
scoves, like the phone with like the list.
With like the Lucha Underground sticker on the back.
Yeah. Scoves needs a pop socket on his phone. Big time. I have one. It's tight.
I'm Lucha John, everybody. T-Cat, Hurley, my guys.
Like legit forgot our names.
Did.
That was
You
funny.
did.
Scoves, dude.
So we're going to kick it off with a brand new category that I feel is just appropriate and allows us to just discuss wrestling. And that is Most Just of the Year.
Okay.
And for those of you not familiar with Just, it's in reference to the meme, just fuck my shit up. Who is just the guy in the wrestling world who is so fucking pathetic? Not just had the worst year, but has fallen from grace so low that you just absolutely... There's no words to describe. They are so completely pathetic now. And I'm gonna have to nominate a guy that I fucking picked in like the second round of our SmackDown vs. Raw draft.
He's gonna be wearing red pants.
Alberto El Patron.
Yeah.
Like, the guy is so fucking just. He went from being strapped in the WWE to, like, no-showing meme bingo hall shows in Arizona, getting cucked senseless by that slag page, and, like, banting on fucking Twitter, just calling people out pathetically. Like, the guy is just as fuck.
Is he
He's
still
just
with Paige?
personified.
What?
Are they still together?
No.
Oh, they broke up.
No, Paige is in the Riot Squad now.
Yeah. Show over.
So who's your nominee for Just?
I had a feeling that you would pick him, and really, when I look at people that are just, there's one name that comes to mind, and it wasn't Alberto Del Rio. So you didn't really steal that from me. I could say that I was gonna pick him, and I'm like audibling on the fly,
No,
but
I
I'm
don't
not.
think you'd pick him.
I'm not, because this guy, everything that Alberto Del Rio represents, this guy represents that and that much more. And my Just of the Year is Austin Aries.
Yes! Oh my god, he is so
Is that bad, huh?
just.
Yeah. He got the GOAT snatched his girl from him and is fucking her like every night. He got released from WWE. he is going vegan and is losing all of his muscles because he's a little soy boy vegan now.
Yeah, he looks like he's gonna turn into another fucking ZSJ.
Yeah,
and he keeps promoting his fucking
He
book.
wrote some pathetic book that nobody has bought. That like,
But he sells it on PWT.
Yeah, he sells a book on Pro Wrestling Tees.
About being vegan.
It's like a vegan book, and he goes to like meme indie shows and like cries and whines on the mic about WWE.
Those stink like really bad. I don't want that bag over here.
Alright.
They're good, but they stink.
Yeah, they stink hella bad. It's seafood. Do you want to like sample a cuttlefish curry? Alright, that's fine. I'll eat this. I'll take that burden.
So what do you think about that?
Have you seen the promo he cut at House of Hardcore a few weeks ago?
That was one of like the big parts of this.
Like when the crowd started chanting "boring," the only thing more just than him is all the white knights on the YouTube, Twitter comments like sticking up for him. Like, man, fuck those Philly fans. Like, no one needs to listen to 20 straight minutes of cuckoldry.
That's what
And you're right, Based La Sombra is like nailing Zelina Vega every night.
Oh yeah.
Hurley, I don't know if you understand like the concept of being just.
I do. Like I haven't been watching a lot of wrestling this year. Like not much since like the spring. I did go to like that couple live events and stuff, and I paid a little bit of attention to what's going on.
Like Raw.
Yeah, we went to Raw in Portland. That was tight. But along those lines, like the last thing that I did see that I felt like I would have aligned with that.
Just turn this down like a smidgen.
Well, it's just because it's right behind you.
Yeah, but I also want to hear your
story.
story.
All right. So like the last thing that I did see that would align. I mean, obviously all these picks are going to come from WWE because no other promotion really buries people the way that they do. But I would say Jason Jordan, like how far he's fallen since like American Alpha was so good, and like in the whole like Kurt Angle, I almost said Kurt Russell, the Kurt Angle like is his dad thing, like that. Just like I couldn't even pay attention to that.
That is pretty just.
Yeah, and we loved that guy a year ago. Like American Alpha was tight.
Dude, it's the Virgin Jordan and the Chad Gable.
Yeah. Like Tyler Breeze is along those lines too. Like how far he's fallen.
But at least he's part of the base gay cops, and he got to be the banker in Southpaw. So, like he's done something. Jordan went from being a boring, mediocre guy in NXT, pairing with Goat Gable, really coming up and improving. The moment they split them apart. Like, everything about him has been a complete
Well, we hated
disaster.
him in NXT by himself. We loved him with Gable, and they split him apart, and then they did that whole Kurt Angle thing. It was stupid.
Like, nobody liked it.
The absolute fucking worst. So, no, I respect that.
Can you hit me with one of them milkshake things?
The milk candy?
Did they bring all the boys to the yard?
No. They don't, sorry.
Such a shoot answer. Didn't even try to, like, meme that.
Dude, you got a beat banner.
I know.
Where are you going to put it?
My bedroom, like, above my bed.
Alright, so...
What? Like, literally where I'm going to put it.
Like my favorite thing ever.
We're going to move it into...
You just can't post any pictures of it online until after Christmas Eve because my little brother.
Shoot.
That won't be hard. You'll just be here. You're not, like, really social media guy.
Like, I'm not uploading this until after tomorrow night.
That's fine. That's fine. Alright, so we're going to start it off with best promo of the year.
Alright.
Okay.
Best promo.
Okay.
And so, I actually originally gave this to something completely different until I was sitting there remembering the promo that had me in absolute tears the most this year, and I remembered it was actually this year. It led up into a terrible match, but it got me so excited for what should be a terrible match that I have to give it the best promo. And it's the entire string of Total Bellas and Total Divas parodies that Mike and Maurice did leading up to WrestleMania. When
Those
fucking Mike comes in with like his knees in his shoes and the fake beard as Daniel Bryan. Fucking goat. Like we've been talking about for like the last 2 years how Mike is one of the best things in WWE. And that's the best thing that happened all year in terms of any kind of promo.
He won Hello Awards last year in the Gimmick Awards.
Yeah, he won. I gave him Male Performer of the Year, and we all gave him Best Feud.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, all of the Total Bellas. Well, what they call it, like the real Total Bellas,
Something
or
like that, yeah.
I don't remember what it was, but all those. And frankly, Maurice is a hotter Nikki Bella than Nikki Bella.
Yeah, that's a shoot.
Like she looked really
Love
good
Maurice.
in like that wig.
Yeah, you do love her.
Yeah.
You always have.
Oh yeah.
All right, T-Cat, what's your promo of the year?
Okay, I have mine. That was a good promo. But the weakness of that is that it doesn't show a lot of depth. Like if you put all those.
To be fair, you have to have a high IQ.
I mean, if you put all those promos together, it would total something, like 4 minutes total? If you put all
like
of them
6
together.
months, brother.
Like 6 months, yeah. But my promo of the year, I couldn't believe it when I was hearing it, because this man, he really was there, and he put together, I want to say like a 2-hour straight promo. Like, have you thought of anybody that can just grab a mic and cut the meanest promo for like 2 hours without missing a beat, without stopping, without looking at any notes, without fucking up at all?
Like Flair.
Dude, 2 hours though, maybe like 20 minutes. But when I talk about the...
You don't know what 60 minutes is!
When I talk about the GOAT promo of the year, it was the 2-hour promo by Beer City Bruiser at the Winchester Bar. Just touching on all aspects of life. Touching on wrestling, married life, comic books, the road. Just, like, he's a philosopher of our time. And just to be able to sit there and hear him cut that promo for 2 to 3 hours changed my life.
Dude, hanging with Matt Winchester at the Winchester.
The bar was named after him.
Yeah.
They changed it when he got there.
I feel like I need to call an audible, rewind, and give a different award for most just, because you just reminded me, like, the most recently just person. I have to give it to Big Mike.
Yeah, he is.
Michael Elgin is so fucking just, which I don't know if you know about. He's got a student who's apparently a total whore, and it's just caused all this weird sexual harassment and drama at his, like, school. Well, it came out, and he handled it super poorly, and then all of his Twitter DMs with someone got leaked. And between that, it also showed him burying Jeff Cobb, like, terribly, while he was fucking tagging with Jeff Cobb in Japan. Just being an arrogant, self-centered douchebag. Long story short, after all this went out, he's had to sell Glory Pro, his own wrestling promotion. He's gotten kicked out of a ton of different cards, like a ton of indie shows. He was booted from the card and replaced with Jeff Cobb. Like, his wife is probably going to leave him, and because they, like, based Big Yen Kidani, like, historically hates infidelity, you know they're not going to renew his contract this year in New Japan.
So he was banging some student of his own?
Apparently it's implied that he banged this horror student as well. But just the guy, and I think of this because there was a term that came up, and I'm not going to name, I guess we've unfortunately already named Matt Winchester, but we won't go beyond that. But there were a cavalcade of workers within the industry that all brought us to know about a little inside joke called Sad Elgin Boo Boo Face.
Yeah.
Because apparently Elgin is such a self-mark. At Wrestle Kingdom 11, he was in the back burying Omega Okada in the main event and pissed off that no one was talking about his performance in that mean New Japan Rumble that, like, opened up the show. The guy is apparently... And every single guy that we talked to in Vegas about Elgin said the same thing.
Yeah, it was like
huge self-mark. So he's just as fuck.
Wasn't that term coined by Adam Cole, baby?
God, you're right.
Boo Boo Face, I think it was.
Yeah, because Bebe was there and he won back the ROH title. I think that's right. So
he's like, he said that in front of you guys?
Not Cole.
No,
like that's who like
when did you guys hang out with Cole?
All
right,
you down with that promo though of the year?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It was a promo.
Promo in 2017.
Beat.
How would I not give it to, like, all the little, like, vignettes and little video promos that Silas made leading up to his feud with Jay Lethal?
God, they all were.
When he was ripping a heater at the end of that one, dude.
Ripping the heater and fucking calling him Golden Boy.
Silas Young is going to win a lot of awards tonight.
Yeah, he is. I'm just gonna, like, spoiler alert.
We love Silas Young.
Spoilers, ho! That's for Pete. Yeah, Silas is gonna get mentioned, which is... He's like the Young Bucks of Put 'Em Over, so...
Yeah, basically.
Alright.
But when he ripped a heater, I was like,
So tight.
and I was so
Were you
stoked.
smitten?
Yeah, I was so
Whoa.
stoked because that was the show I was going to.
I forgot, you can actually smoke indoors here?
Yeah, because this is like America. Of course you can. This is America in here.
Alright, spot of the year. So this is the moment in ring this year that just made you pop super fucking hard.
Okay.
And unfortunately I've got 2 nominees and I'm gonna have to give it to the deeper pop because I want my boys on here
Yeah, you need
to
to
do
deep.
this. So Headlock on Hunger is a local charity event that APW Nevada puts on in Reno.
This guy.
It's in a high school gym, and all the Reno-based guys raise money for charity. They had a match. It
Did
was
you just drop a non-based based?
I actually did. That's true. It was our boys Reno Scum and the Wrecking Ball Paul Isadora.
I like Reno Scum.
Paul Isadora is like a 7-foot tall dude. He looks like the Big Show. So if you've ever seen a Reno Scum match, their tag team finisher is Lester the Legend gets the guy up like he's about to do the Super Dragon curb stomp. But then Adam Thornstowe gets on the top rope, jumps up, and just does like a coup de grace on the back of their head instead. Well, he gets up on the top, and then all of a sudden, Paul Isadora, the 7-foot tall guy, walks up in front of him. Thornstowe jumps off the top of him and jumps literally a good 10 or 11 feet in the goddamn air, comes down on the curb stomp, and just completely obliterates the back of this guy's skull. And I just have to put this over because it was one of the fucking coolest things I saw all year. I jumped up and marked the fuck out, and nobody else will ever see it because it was at the fucking Reed High School in Sparks, Nevada. So it goes to the Paul Isadora curb stomp combo. My boys, Reno Scum.
I got it. I respect that.
Right.
So spot of the year, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll give my honorable. I can give my honorable mention when this is all over.
Okay. In a year full of spots, there's one particular that sticks out in my mind. See, wrestling. What was that look supposed to be?
You're like working a work.
I'm not.
You're like cutting a promo over there, like.
Wrestling may be partly about suspending reality, but it is also about, for lack of a better term, reality. It's about being real. It's not all a work. Sometimes it is a shoot. The moment that sticks out in my mind, and this is my 2017 spot of the year, is Brad Maddox kneeling down and holding the camera while Xavier Woods fucks Paige. Because I'm telling you, the form that he was like on one knee, and like he did it perfectly because he could have fucked that up a lot of different ways. Like he could have been on both knees, he could have been like sitting awkwardly, but he had like the perfect crouch. Like it was just great form.
It was statuesque. He
That's what I
looked
mean.
like a Greek god.
Like it was perfect.
And you already love Brad Maddox.
He was already tight, but then when I saw like the form on that, it was great posture because I'm a mark for posture. Like I'm walking around, I'm looking at people and I'm judging their posture. Like, look at this fucking guy. Like, how is he walking like that? Like, you need to walk tall. You need to pump your chest out. You need to be confident. And the way Brad Maddox is holding that camera, like, he knows that he's the man and he can handle this job of holding this camera.
I just love that because to me that's just a wonderful shot anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because you literally get to see the Virgin Woods and the Chad Maddox.
Exactly.
The
Virgin Woods is fucking a girl and he's scared to touch her.
Yeah, literally hover-handing someone he's inside right now, which is why one of the greatest posts on any forum I saw all year was talking about how much of a virgin Xavier Woods was. And someone replied and said, "We've literally seen him fucking Paige." And the response was, "Virginity isn't something you lose when you have sex. It's something that taints your soul from birth." God, that's a good one. Hurley, what's your spot of the year?
When John Cena proposed.
God, get out of here! I'm not even gonna.
He's not even gonna
I'm
analyze
like so
it.
mad.
No, I do have like an actual wrestling spot. I just wanted to like burn you with that one. It was the one you guys went to in Southern California. Long Beach.
Yeah, the G1 special.
The G1,
Oh, yeah.
that Okada spot off the top rope, like, or no, it was Omega that did the spot. I think it was a table spot.
Omega
I'm
Ishii.
trying to put it back together in
Yeah,
my
I know what
head.
you're talking about.
But it was like something that as soon as I watched it, I like hit you guys up, and I was like, oh my god. But
It was so memorable you can't remember.
no,
what the spot
no.
was.
I'm trying to put it the whole like. There's like a sequence of stuff that happened in that match. It was in the final match, and Omega did some sort of like backward moonsault type thing, like to the guardrail, and you thought he was just gonna eat that guardrail, and there was like a table, and it was just insane. Like I'm trying to. Can you play it back for me or what?
I'm not gonna do it right now. We'll figure it out. But
Yeah,
I'll just.
You know what I'm talking about.
I'm just
though?
gonna sub in what my honorable mention was for yours because it's also from that match. The one I almost picked for spot of the year is when they've got the table set up
That's what I thought he was trying to describe.
and Kenny has the full Nelson locked in for the dragon suplex.
Yeah, this might be it.
And he's pulling at Ishii on the ropes, and Ishii finally lets go of the ropes and is gonna go through that fucking table. And Ishii leans in and bites on the top rope as hard as he can, just to keep from getting thrown through that fucking table. Like the tension when you're watching a guy just bite a rope, and because he's the Stone Pitbull, like you buy that his bite is that powerful.
Bite you.
Bite you. That's literally the note on my phone. It says spot of the year, bite you.
Yeah, that was a good match.
Yeah, it was a fantastic match. Alright, so going forward, we've got
I'm trying to get through this with you guys, you know?
we've got moment of the year, which is similar to spot of the year. This is just simply a moment within the business. It doesn't have to be an actual physical moment in a match that popped you and is just amazing. And I have to give it to this. And it's the debut of Bullet Club merch in Hot Topic.
Jeez.
It's
I'm just gonna like.
That was like the beginning of the end, though.
yes, but think of it this way: even though it's brought in just a wave of Redditors into the ranks of the Bone Soldiers, we now have LIJ merch, New Japan merch, World's Cutest Tag Team merch is going to be in there. The fact that the CEO of Hot Topic was at WrestleMania, saw all the Bullet Club shirts, and got pissed at Vince and said, "Why the fuck haven't you given us any of your Bullet Club stuff? It's obviously your best seller. We've got a partnership with you. Why aren't you giving this?" And Vince, you know, he had to eat the crow and admit
That's
that
not
most popular brand in the entire business today isn't mine. And it's going to be that first step for indie wrestling to finally raise to the same level as WWE. Because now we've got people walk in to buy their like meme-ass Rick and Morty shirts. And right there, Young Bucks.
Rick and Morty, good job, dude.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, like right next to the Stranger Things blind box toys.
Love Stranger Things.
Lion Mark. So, that's my moment of the year.
Yeah. My moment of the year is similar in that it was great in theory when it started. The way it turned out wasn't, perfect, but I just remember seeing this for the first time, like as it happened. I'm pretty sure we didn't see this live, but it was pretty soon after, and I wasn't spoiled about it, but so I saw it. But dude, the most memorable moment of the year is when I saw Adam Cole debut at NXT. Like
God.
that freaked me out, dude.
The run-in.
That that was the best.
You didn't watch it live, and I did.
Oh, okay.
And I remember sitting there going, "Really? No fucking baby. This sucks."
Oh yeah, because you were like warning me that like a meme was coming, but I didn't know what it was.
And I told you just watch.
Dude, when that happened, that was like almost like a childlike glee. Like I was so happy when that happened because I wasn't expecting it. I didn't think it was gonna happen, and like he just ran in and it was great. Dude. Loved it. I said,
with Red Dragon.
yeah, that's true. And like I said, it didn't turn out that tight because all three of them are kind of whack in NXT. But just that first night,
Like seriously,
That was the last NXT takeover I watched too. I think I watched that debut.
You should watch all of them. Like the last one was fantastic and baseless on throwing over. Moment of the year, Hurley.
In June, I was in Massachusetts.
Like where in Massachusetts?
Specifically this evening, I was in Lowell, Massachusetts. It's tight because there's a UMass Lowell. There's like UMass campuses everywhere. I just pop for UMass
Yeah.
Lowell.
They were like a meme, like tourney team, like
Yeah,
back.
yeah. So I was in Lowell, Massachusetts with my boy Pete's, and we were in Boston for other reasons, but I found out that there was going to be a Ring of Honor show, a pay-per-view, and it was Best in the World, which is one of their big 4 or 5 or whatever I would say. And you know, being there was really, really tight. Seeing ROH in an ROH town and in like an ROH type of auditorium was like,
That is an ROH.
Like, it seriously
It was
was
like-
Dearborn Lowell.
yeah, and like, and Hershey, PA too. Like that's up there too. So Lowell Civic Auditorium or Memorial Auditorium or whatever it was. I still get emails from them too. Buddy Guy was playing there, which is
Buddy
actually
Guy.
pretty funny. Like it popped us pretty hard. So we were there and we were watching, and so the moment of that night, besides eating like pho flavored jerky with Pete's, which was pretty tight because he like brought it in his backpack, and it tasted like a bowl of pho. It was pretty tight. I saw Dalton Castle get gold for the first time in ROH, and that was pretty awesome. Like the way it all went down, and like it was pretty surreal. Like because I was the first Dalton Castle mark in this group. Like I went nuts for that guy the very first time I ever saw him. Like T-Cat said, "You're gonna love this guy." You know, the peacock.
Yeah, he's a burly guy, dude.
Yeah, and but just seeing him and the boys get over in that three-way tag match was just unreal. It was super, super cool. And then later that night, I know you guys hate him, but later that night I saw Cody get gold, like a world championship for the first time, and that was special because I love his dad. And so that was just a fun night. Like my moment of the year was probably just being in Lowell that night, but seeing Dalton get strapped
I
was
literally
huge.
forgot he got the trios titles
Yeah.
this year because now
Yeah.
he's champ.
I know, and which is crazy because I would normally go insane for that, but like it's not gonna like overcome what I saw like live. Like
Nothing
of all
happens.
people to be in the house when Dalton gets gold for the first time, it should be me. Like I needed to be there for that, and it happened. And all those other times we watched him on TV and they didn't get over, and like we're like, when's this guy gonna get a strap, dude? Like he is so championship material. Like just he is a money train in terms of just character and gimmick and everything. And like I don't think they ride him hard enough. But I was just stoked, man, just being there. And Pete's enjoyed it too. Like he saw like the jovial, like childlike look on my face when like I was like, I saw Dalton get strapped, man. It's about time.
Yeah, dude.
And then I really enjoyed watching Cody get a world championship.
God, terrible.
You guys hate him, but
All right, so coming on up next, we have the award for Promotion of the Year. The promotion that has had the best production values, the best expansion, the best card, just overall the best.
FSW.
You know, I thought about it, but I'm sorry. Between how aggressively they've expanded, and just the fact that every single time they put on a show, they set the absolute gold standard in the world.
Are we all gonna give it to Ring of Honor again?
No,
Is that how it happened last time?
I think that's what we did last
Yeah.
year. We all gave
because
it to
their production values skyrocketed so much. They had an
yeah,
amazing
we
year.
all gave it
And
to
Ring of Honor has had a great year this year.
I'm gonna give it to Ring of Honor.
They've expanded far more than we could have predicted, but I have to give it to Shin Nihon Pro Wrestling, like New Japan Pro Wrestling. They created a new championship. They started expanding overseas. They are fucking huge.
Well, New Japan World, like, is catching on. Like, the whole, like, streaming service, so people can actually watch that stuff live, you know? Because, sorry, my DVR records New Japan, but it's always, like,
It's like
Meanwhile,
months
it's,
later.
always,
JR.
like, it's like a month later.
On, like,
with
Access.
JR dubbing it. Yeah, JR's dub. With, what's that guy that does it with
It's
him?
Morrow,
Barnett?
isn't it? Oh yeah, Barnett.
Josh Barnett,
Yeah.
the old UFC fighter, yeah. UFC heavyweight.
All right, you got Promotion of the Year.
I'm going ROH. That's easy for me.
Okay.
Wait your turn.
No. I'm trying to move this along a little bit quicker by just saying I'm going ROH. Like, I don't need to tell a
So
story.
there's like the top level of like WWE, and then there's like kind of the level right below, which I think is like ROH and like New Japan. And I always think that there is room for something like right kind of below that, that's something that's like watchable, that you can kind of like stay entertained and watch every week. And I think that like this year was the year of this promotion. They came out, they showed that they're a force that could, maybe it's not on the level of Ring of Honor or like New Japan, but it's something that every time you watch it, you're going to be entertained. And my promotion of the year is WAW.
Never even heard of it.
I mean, you got Gentleman Jimmy Ocean.
The Superflies, dude.
Dude, the Superflies are dimes. You got Sonny Smasher.
Sonny Smasher.
Like,
literally the GOAT.
Did
like,
Snuka ever die?
I think he died.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah, you said Superfly, and I was wondering if he ever actually croaked or not.
Yeah, but
Croaked.
that's just something you can throw on. You
For
know
skit.
what you're gonna get. It's like a cheap pop because everything that's gonna be on their screen is gonna be tight. It's very comfy.
Especially if, like, the Knights are on screen.
Yeah, dude.
What was that tag team that we popped for that Reno promotion? They were they were like pimps in leisure suits or whatever. That Reno promotion that was taking place in Samstown, and like Kevin Cross was buried.
Oh yeah,
in it.
those two like black guys.
Yeah.
The Bonus Boys?
No.
Or no? Are you talking about
It's like Players Club or
Players
something.
Club.
No, they had like, it was like something completely different, like a weird, like a really funny name, like a really really creative name, not Players Club.
Nigga, I have no idea.
Oh, dude, I gotta look it up. What was the name of that promotion?
FSW.
No. It was FSW at Jace. It was like happening in Samstown, and Kevin Cross, when he was at FSW, he like buried that promotion and said they like have a hard time booking good shows and stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
you're talking about
Joey Ryan had wrestled in it and stuff.
the Whirlwind
Paragon.
Gentleman.
Whirlwind Gentleman, thank you.
Yeah, Paragon Pro.
Paragon, that's the name
Yeah.
of it, yeah.
But just to finish mine up, 2018 will be the year of Vilman.
Dude, Vilman is GOAT as well. All right, feud or angle of the year. Either the storyline or just two guys going at it that kept you the most entertained. And, you know, so I've got my male performer of the year and my feud of the year, and I'm having to call an audible.
Like how they match up.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm going to switch places. The person who was originally going to be my feud of the year is going to be, like, male of the year.
Okay.
And my male of the year is now going to be this feud. And so my absolute best feud, like the tension, you could cut it with a knife every time this was on screen, is Tai Chi versus everyone's patience. Like, just fucking the entire crowd, every referee, every wrestler that had to put up with him sticking his hands in his pockets and just being a complete nuisance.
He's a nuisance.
Yeah.
Like he's a loiterer.
Yeah, he's he's inconvenient.
Yeah. He doesn't go harder.
He's a
than that.
layabout.
Yeah.
These are so tight. I like love these.
TCAT, feud of the year.
Okay. Similar to that, mine is someone versus like a big group. Like it's not everybody, but my feud of the year is Lucha John versus PWG fans. I mean, there's
That's a
so
good
many
draw.
layers to it. There's different like sub feuds.
Sub feuds,
yeah,
like subreddit.
Exactly. There's so many layers to that. It's just crazy.
It's been a good feud.
Yeah.
And it continues to this day.
It's not over. Yeah.
Never.
Never
Fight
will.
forever.
Fight forever. Hurley, your feud or angle of the year.
Colt Cabana and Ryan Barkin of Pro Wrestling Tees versus the Put 'Em Over podcast
Yeah.
over a graceful weekend of like us being called Nazis.
How you doing, Cole?
Hi, Colt Cabana.
You fucking Jew.
Like how I dropped a Ryan Barkin too.
Good.
Like writing us a letter saying that his like wife and children are not are immigrants or something like that. It's
Yeah,
like,
they're Asian and he's a Jew. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, what a shock.
yeah.
The Jews in power of the fucking store.
Dude, I really just want to be like, good for you, dude.
All right.
You knew that was
Alright,
going to be
so-
my feud.
I didn't, but it was
that was a good one.
I think we've got top events of the year. We've got kind of the main left to go. So we're going to take this moment to do the 2017 class for the Gimmick Awards Put 'Em Over Hall of Fame.
Okay.
The worker or member of the business who has just been an absolute legend over their career. And I have to give it to a guy that not only is a legend within the business, but outside of the business as well. Like, he's someone who is simply known as not just being a wrestler, but an athlete, a shoot fighter, and an immense piece of shit. and was so goddamn terrifying that I wouldn't even say hi to him while he was playing at a slot machine. And it's Suzuki Minoru.
God, I remember when we saw him at that slot machine.
Like, he was scary.
Yeah,
Like, the guy's like 5'7", and he was just sitting there playing slots, and I'm like, literally at any time he could just have me killed. Like, snap his fingers and some Yakuza would shoot me.
Yeah.
The guy founded Pancrase, continues to work. He's, what, 49, and literally every match he does is GOAT.
So you're putting him in the hall?
Yep. Suzuki Minoru.
My Hall of Fame induction is from that same weekend. That, I'm not even going to beat around the bush. My Hall of Fame inductee is Will Ferrara.
It has to be like a shoot guy.
Wait, will his speech at the Hall of Fame be the dark speech? Like, will it happen to be, like, before all the other speeches are due to come out?
Dude, he's a lifelong faux meme who really, like, came out of his shell, pause, and, like, he was, like, the tightest guy to hang out with.
You're like gonna meme your...
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
I love when he's like... We were telling him, like, we were fans, and he's like, really? I didn't know I had fans.
Exactly.
I'm like, yeah, dude. You're like a meme on our podcast.
Tight.
Dude, listen to him bitch about fucking Rhett Titus and, like, how much he hates that guy.
He's the best.
So funny. I want, like, a sitcom of those two.
Alright.
I swear to God, if you don't induct who you're supposed to induct. Because I had, like, a backup that I did not induct because I'm hoping you finally do it.
Finally do it.
Yep, alright. Who's your 2017 inductee?
Oh, I was going to meme this pretty hard.
Alright, let's go.
Alright. I mean, like, are we still doing Person of the Year at the end of this?
Like there's like a non-worker of the year. Like
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Yeah. My inductee for the wrestling business is Lucha John.
Dang.
Just for his legendary, like one rant that he had on the podcast a few months before we ended it, and then like his Twitter feuds and getting banned for life. Like, I probably would have given it to someone else until I found out at dinner that you got like shoot banned for life on Twitter. I did not know that because I'd hardly go on there at all. But like, dude, Susan Goldberg, that whole like rant and like you telling the nurse in the hospital that's Jew propaganda when she asked you about global warming. That's how that rant started. I'm putting you in the Hall of Fame, dude.
Yeah, dude, I support that.
I'm in our own Hall of Fame.
If we're gonna meme hard, and I'm like, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I'm putting you in
Well,
the
yeah,
Hall of
I
Fame
met
for
Will Ferrara. I wasn't trying to be funny.
For your actions this year and like defending our rights as a free speech podcast, you're in the Hall of Fame.
You know, I want to go on record because we actually recorded an episode explaining kind of all the fallout from the white nationalists on
people just couldn't figure out like the gimmick, dude.
And we did an episode, and there is an unreleased episode of the Put 'Em Over podcast that was amazing. Kat was on it too.
Was I? I wasn't on this.
No. Because you buried.
She was on it?
Yeah, because she was like with you.
Oh, was that when she was like at your place for like a month?
Must have been.
So the whole reason we had the Nazi gimmick goes back to All-Star Weekend 12 when Roddy calls ZSJ a faggot.
Right.
Yeah, it is where
And
it started.
all of those goddamn pussy SJW cuck soy boys at PWG were worked.
I'm sure they don't like being called that, but okay.
Worked into a fucking seed because he said the word faggot. Wanted him fired, wanted him banned, wanted him stripped of the title. They wanted to take away Roderick Strong's livelihood because he said the 6-letter F word. And so we got into...
Dude, that Vince McMahon script that was floating around a while back.
Yeah?
David Dixon's fan made the entire thing up.
Are you serious? So we went to Roddy's defense on Twitter immediately, pointing out, like, not only is faggot not even a big deal of a word, but he's a heel. The whole point is to get heat, to say things that make you hate him.
Right.
And so all these cuts were saying, well, it's too far. You're going over the line. That's too far, mister. And we said a heel's job is to get heat, no matter what it takes. And someone asked us at that moment, well, what if there was a guy whose gimmick was... What if this guy whose gimmick was a Holocaust denier? Would that be okay with you? And the first thing I said was, I buy every single one of his t-shirts on Pro Wrestling Tees twice.
Well, hella good.
Yeah, of course they're hella good. Give me one, faggot.
No, that one, dude.
Have that one. Just like a piece of it.
So months later, after just getting so tired of all the cuckoldry in wrestling, wrestling used to be based as fuck, and heels used to get real heat. I mean, you remember that clip of Hollywood Hogan standing right out of arm's reach of that old lady just cussing and swinging full force punches?
Yeah.
I want heels to be that again.
Like, remember when...
And so remembering that they brought... Someone at PWG brought up the concept of a Holocaust denier as a gimmick, that's when I knew that's what we had to do. The other reason I did it is because the Holocaust didn't actually happen and Jews run the world.
That's true.
So going on...
What is that?
That's not one of those things.
Oh.
That we've been
I want to add another person because life works in mysterious ways.
We're not supposed to put this person in?
Yeah.
I think I know who it is.
Life works in mysterious ways, and we all have our own path to take, and sometimes those paths go separate ways. And so we don't know if next year we're going to get to do a Gimmick Awards. God willing, we will.
Is this going to end in a your waifu is shit? Sounds like they'll be after one of those.
No.
I hope so.
But I used to do those all the time when he was so good. And so this person needs to go in the Put 'em Over Hall of Fame. And this is a person who was directly involved in the wrestling business, has had matches, has gone over in these matches. This is a person that cuts the best promos, has the best gimmick, a big-ass penis, and a head that's large. 2017 Put 'em Over Hall of Fame inductee, Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah, that's like the Young Bucks of Hall of Fame. I didn't think that we would ever need to actually say it.
He, just beyond being a Put 'em Over meme, the guy has had WCW matches.
Yeah.
Guy beat Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, he did.
Who should be in like WWE Hall of Fame?
Like the shoot Hall of Fame.
Fine.
He's coming in number 3 as Royal Rumble.
We're hella good. You
Yeah,
like
totally.
chocolate food?
I told you about that.
Hmm?
Like a meme.
Never tried. I like all these like Japanese gimmicks though.
You're welcome. Alright, so top 3
Those
events
are
of the year.
So good.
We're going to go over just the top 3 events. Ones that just were enjoyable cards. Now, they don't have to be... They don't have to be an individual event. They can be like a long-term thing.
Okay.
So, my number 1, because of how historic it was, the New Japan G1 special in Long Beach.
Yeah.
T-Cat, what's your number 3?
My number 3. My number 3. Go to Hurley and I'll come up with
Alright. You guys are pieces of shit.
He knows his, dude. You don't even gotta think about it.
The G1 was good. I'm gonna go with that.
T-Cat, what's your...
Just do it. Just do it.
G1 special, dude.
My number 2 was one that, you know, I did not think this would make it on here. It wasn't on here until very recently. But I said we can't write up our awards until this event has happened. Because to me, this event is the close of the wrestling year.
Okay.
And so the second, it was just solid card top to bottom, amazing matches and some amazing moments.
Yeah.
Ring of Honor Final Battle.
That was good. That was good.
I'm gonna go with Ring of Honor Final Battle.
Alright, and my number 1...
Wait.
What?
Who's gotta
Think
get
of my number 2.
I thought you said it was good. Like, that was... You were just agreeing that it was
No.
Final Battle.
You're not that tired. Yeah, I'll go Ring of Honor. These things are hella good.
So good.
And my number 1, sometimes events don't go as planned, and you can only ever live with regret that you'll never know the full potential that it could have been. And so, like, a candle in the wind, like, lost too soon, my number 1 event of the year is Lethal Leap Year, South Pro Regional Wrestling. We'll never get to know if Big Bartholomew won the farm back.
That's funny you say that. Because my number 1 is similar in a way. I actually thought you were gonna go with it. Like when you said you'll never like truly know what it was like. My number 1 of the year is Trouble at the Talk.
Trouble at the Talk 6 will never happen.
I know, but it was my event of the year.
I love when I tweeted, like...
Yeah, he gave you like a real answer.
Yeah, it's like, when are you gonna get Trouble in the Talk 6? And he's like, Sorry, we no longer use the talk because we've gotten a better venue for television tapings. The GOAT. I mean, we could have finally seen Sonny Smasher versus Kenny Omega.
Dude. Isn't Okada versus Billman?
I think Billman is like... I think it's CM Phil.
Wow.
That's
It
gonna
might
be
be.
It's gonna be the twist. Hurley.
My event of the year.
Yep, event of the year.
Raw Portland?
Hmm?
Raw Portland?
Yeah. Raw Portland was like the best.
Alright, I'll accept that.
No, it wasn't.
You didn't pop for the cane run-in through the ring, dude?
That was pretty tight, actually. Let's think about this for a second. I had one. I was thinking about it, and then I dropped it out of my mind, and I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, it definitely would have been
I'm gonna go with
best in the world, maybe?
Best in the World from Lowell, Massachusetts in June.
It's not even hard to decide. Alright, getting on to our individual awards for people within the business. We're going to kick it off with Non-Worker of the Year. That is someone involved in the wrestling business, but in perhaps an adjacent fashion. Someone who doesn't actually get between the ropes in the squared circle. And my number one is something that was literally adjacent to the squared circle when I discovered it, and they brought light into my life. So I'm going to give it to the band Poppin' Party. From Bang Dream.
I don't know what that is.
God. The cheapest pop, dude.
Thank you!
Oh, was that when you guys went down there?
Yeah, that fucking, like, anime band.
God, I retired.
Alright, Non-Worker of the Year.
I'm gonna let him go first.
Mine, pretty easy to do. Pretty legendary. This guy's a legend in so many different ways. But he's really like best known for what he brought into this world. And that's Matthew Lee Massey, the Young Bucks' father.
God,
That was a good one.
that's a perfect one.
He's like the Young Bucks of dads.
He is.
Hey, where'd you get those shirts, Matt?
Hot Topic, dude.
Yeah, you're not gonna believe this, but I got these at Hot Topic in the late 80s.
He's like married to Ma Buck, which is tight.
Yeah.
She's fire.
Yeah.
Shot.
Plays like music, like gimmick songs too, like really like Yeah. like sings to Jesus on Facebook all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Like I became like friends with him.
He's a good Christian boy.
Yeah, he's a good Christian boy, and I became like friends with him and started talking to him like a lot. And he like comments on my stuff about
And he
my
always
kids
like
and
trolls
stuff.
people about sports ball. You ever noticed that?
Yeah.
All the
Oh
time.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Hope the
dope.
Dodgers score a touchdown tonight
Yeah.
and win the Super Bowl or
So
something like
good.
that. And he like lives in LA, so he's just like making like SoCal baseball fans seethe.
Yeah, he's working to work.
Yeah. Love MLM. Call him many different things, but Pa Buck is my favorite thing to call him.
I was like Matt Lee, my personal.
And I love when people like comment on his turquoise jewelry and he like says like where he got it from. Like
So tight.
tells like the story behind it.
Got
Like,
it at Abraxas.
no, someone like made it for him. Like it's a 17th century like something. Like he like just like tells this big long story behind it. Like love that dude.
Think that guy's ever listened to a Santana album?
Yeah. Oh. Speaking of which, the other day I asked you if Mr. Roboto is like the memeiest song of all time.
I disagree.
Well, it's like one of the Young Bucks of meme songs because it's his like favorite band. So it has like by default it's a Young Bucks of meme songs.
I don't know. I think that's a debate for another time. T-Cat.
I like a whole list like Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme. Pretty meme song.
What's that?
It's like Simon and Garfunkel, which is also a meme.
Is that a meme?
Simon Garfunkel is a meme.
What are we on? Non-wrestling?
Yeah, Non-Worker of the Year.
Legion Larry.
You don't even have to explain that one. Fucking like wetting pants and dropping slants since 1969, dude.
I love you, Paul Buck.
Mr. Saigon.
Mr. Saigon. All right, we're moving on to Team of the Year. This is either a stable or a tag team that has had the best performance in 2017. And I'm going to give it... I don't know if you remember this, but we've given it to the same team, all three of us, every single year.
Yeah.
But I'm going to very particularly give it to the BCOG. I'm only giving it to the Bullet Club members that actually still throw up the 2 sweet. If you have ever thrown up a 1 sweet in your life, you were not awarded Team of the Year from the Gimmick Awards. Only based motherfuckers
Speaking of 2 sweeting,
like Chase Owens.
I put on Facebook one day that I reached in the back seat of my car to get my daughter to 2 sweet me, and she left me hanging, and I said, 2 sweet me, you don't leave a bone soldier hanging, and she still didn't 2 sweet me, and I was like, 2 sweet me for the, she said, Dad, you didn't say the magic word, and I said, 2 sweet me for the love of God, and she said,
for the love of God.
She said, Dad, it's please 2 sweet me for the love of God, and then she threw it up and gave it to me, and Pa Buck commented on that on Facebook and said that's a father doing things right or something like that. I don't know.
So based.
Raising these kids perfect or something. I don't know what he said.
All right, T-Cat, Team of the Year.
Yeah, to be kind of shoot for once, I'm gonna give it to LIJ because this was the year that they kind of overtook the Cliz in every way. The Cliz has always been life, and I'm wearing Cliz sweatpants and shirt, and it'll always be for life. But
the merch is still GOAT.
Yeah, but I mean, just they're not even on LIJ's level. From the leader to everybody below, LIJ is unstoppable. And I like that.
You love that necklace, don't you?
One of the things that makes them stay GOAT is that they only add somebody when they really need to. They didn't add anybody the entire year.
Didn't Kametachi join this year?
I feel like that was...
Or no, I think it was late last year.
I mean, they don't add somebody for the sake of adding them.
No.
The Cliz does. You do, one stupid thing and, you can get in the Bullet Club. It's not that
fucking
hard.
Stephen Amell got in.
Exactly, that type of shit. But, LIJ is, a protected, crew.
Yeah, and everyone there has their place. They've added 2 members since forming it, and both of them make sense in their own way.
Exactly, and, yeah.
I almost gave non-worker of the year, by the way, to Daryl Takahashi.
Wait a second. Does Stephen Amell shoot wrestling in Ring of Honor?
No, he's just shoot in the Bullet Club.
No, he ran in on a...
So Vigilante Club wasn't a joke shirt?
No.
That's actual merch?
He ran in at Ring of Honor.
Yeah, he ran into a show. Yeah, they're becoming a meme.
Hurley.
What up?
Team of the Year.
I'm not going to give it to the Young Bucks because they're the Young Bucks of teams.
Yeah, but we've done it every single year, so it doesn't matter if you do. You can totally give it to the Young Bucks.
No, I'm going to give it to Dalton and the boys.
Not a bad one.
They finally had a good run and got some gold, man. I'm going to give
it.
But the Young Bucks are still the Young Bucks of teams to me.
All right, so we're going on to Female Performer of the Year. Who has had the absolute best year that has ovaries? And it's not even close for me. No one is on her level at all. It's Kana. It's fucking Kana. Kana has fucking smashed
if you're gonna
every
be
dumb
a shooter about
Kana.
If you're gonna be a shooter about it, yeah.
Has absolutely demolished every dumb cunt that stepped in the ring with her, and she's the best. I have nothing more to say. She's GOAT as fuck. Frankly, I've always liked her anyway, even pre-NXT, especially because she tagged with Suzuki in Japan, and she had fucking Manifesto 1 and 2, which is GOAT fat material.
Yeah, those are tight.
Yeah. But she's just continuing, she's nearing 40, and she's in WWE and still awesome.
She's a monster, dude.
Yeah.
She's a monster.
She's overtaken. Awesome Kong is my all-time favorite female wrestler.
Got a figure of her tonight.
That's
Awesome Kong.
Female of the Year.
Okay, I have a tie for mine.
You have to pick one.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
When you hear it, you'll agree that I don't.
Okay.
My number 1 is Peyton Royce and Billy Kay.
Okay, well that's... Alright.
Aren't they pretty adjacent to each other?
I thought you finally decided, Billy Kay is, her genetic.
Well, yeah, but as a team, I'm going to give them both the award. But Peyton Royce is hotter, better in the ring, better in every way. But I'm going to give Billy Kay some love.
Alright, that's fine. She's gonna have like the leftover love.
Yeah.
Early female of the year.
Eva Marie for going away. That's a shoot answer.
That's pretty good.
That's no, I can't even hate on you for that one.
And she dyed her hair to not red now. There's no more all red everything. I saw it on Twitter. Like she was acting brown. She's gone.
She's gone.
Thank God.
Ding dong, the bitch is dead. Thank God.
And she makes the list in
Only
some way
Lola.
every year.
It's true. I gave her worst female of the year twice in a row, didn't I?
Yeah, I think you did.
We have that award?
What?
We
Yeah.
have that award?
What,
Worst
worst?
female?
Yeah, we're gonna do worst after like all
Oh,
said and done.
Okay.
Like right before we do like the top 5 matches.
That'll be fun.
Alright, so obviously the only thing left in singles is male performer of the year.
Okay.
As I alluded, it was originally going to be what I swapped for
Yeah.
feud. So Tai Chi was like my guy of the year. I
Uh-huh.
fucking love him. He's so underrated. But now this guy had the other nominee for feud of the year for me. I actually bumped him from, he had my moment of the year and spot of the year. And now that like he's come full circle, you gave it to fucking like Dalton and the boys for best team, putting up the fact that he finally got gold. Well, we finally got to see like the young bucks of male performers get the gold. So my male performer of the year 2017 is Silas Young.
Like, if you think I'm going to choose anyone else.
Yeah,
then-
like I was gonna say, even before you said that, my pick was Silas Young.
So there's like
And I'm not gonna change it just because you picked him. I'm gonna stay with my
No,
pick,
it's-
which is
it's
Silas.
Silas.
Young.
There's like the faux Hall of Fame, and like Silas Young is Silas Young, and then there's the faux Hall of Fame. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like Silas.
He has his own
is-
hall.
Silas is literally our guy.
Yeah.
But this year, like, my spot of the year was originally going to be, do you remember at Supercard of Honor when they were fighting the Kingdom? And he, like, knocks the fuck out of, I think it's Vinny, and goes to pin him, and he circles around, grabs Vinny's fucking cigar,
Yes!
puts it in his mouth,
Yes!
and then spins back around, and, like, leans back and smokes it from the pin.
Yes!
Fucking go!
I love that guy, and I love watching him shred people on Facebook and just call people out all the time.
Calling people out all the time.
And I love, like, well, there was something else like that I really wanted to like make mention of about Silas.
Dude, what, my other feud of the year that I had to swap out, him versus Jay Lethal, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
good.
feud was fucking
Yeah.
insane.
What was my? Like, I had a really funny point to bring up about Silas, and then I went to his Facebook posts. Love when he calls out like pedophiles.
Dude, that one creeper guy
yeah,
is always
That's not
very.
on Facebook.
Yeah, like
It's
this.
his gimmick.
This guy was like inappropriately texting his niece or something, and he like shredded the guy like publicly.
Dude, he's brutal as fuck.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say. Okay, so it wasn't even a funny thing. It was a very serious thing about Silas. He's gotten over in media this year too. Like several articles.
Sports Illustrated.
Sports
dude.
Illustrated twice this year, I think. They did that awesome piece on him in Pro Wrestling Illustrated about like being a family man and like, you know, husband and father and all that. Love Silas, just a good egg, good human.
Good egg.
He is.
It's a good egg.
He hung out with us and then like shoot enjoyed himself.
Fucking like hitting up him and Val at like the 7-Eleven
Yeah,
outside.
we were
of-
looking for cigars.
Yeah.
Dude.
No, Silas is our guy, and this was his year.
Like I want to like just see if we can like call him right now and say hi.
He's like 3 hours ahead.
So what? It's the night before Christmas Eve.
We'll call Silas.
It's Christmas Eve.
Dude, I will right now.
We could call him like on Christmas, like morning.
What's
Skype
on-
call him.
I can call him on Facebook Messenger. I'll bet he'd pick up. Like video.
We'll try it.
You want me to do it right now on the iPad?
No,
Why
I
not?
don't. Because that's like a thing you close the show with. Why don't you learn how to structure a card?
Why don't you watch wrestling and have sex?
Dude, I watch wrestling and have sex all the time. Why does this keep fucking being a complete
I don't
piece of
know,
shit
Scoves. What's next on your list?
Well, no, before we did, like, actual, like, matches of the year, I wanted to fucking real quick gloss over, and this doesn't have to be super structured, but just the worst in each category.
Dude, when we were at Raw Portland and we saw those guys come out and sing that song, who was that? It was like Elias Sampson.
Oh.
God.
And who came out and sang with him?
Wasn't it,
It was one of those just moments, too. It was like a guy that had fallen that far. Was it Zack Ryder?
oh.
Aiden English.
No. It was bad though, dude.
I don't remember.
It was bad.
So I'm assuming that's what you're gonna give because I'm gonna say like worst promo of the year. What you gonna say?
Worst promo?
Yeah, worst promo.
I don't know. Let me think about that for a minute.
For me, it's New Japan, more like old Japan.
Dude, any Cody promo.
The fact that Cody fucking thought that saying more like old Japan was tight, dude is dog shit on the mic, and that is the worst. It's not a promo, I guess.
Yeah,
Him
that
saying
apple,
that was so cringe.
that apple did not fall to him from his father. He's pretty bad on the microphone.
That fucking like apple fell from the tree and then fucking somehow into space, where people wear their pants like hyped up to here. Space thing. Dude.
Space pants, dude. It is a space thing.
Uh,
I didn't
like
catch on to that right away. Sorry. I was thinking about bad promos.
worst spot of the year. I have to fucking give it to Roman fucking up the Tombstone Pile Driver reversal twice in a row at Mania, and then having absolutely no idea what to do to salvage it, so he just picks Taker up and then does another Superman punch. Like, absolute proof, like, you cannot defend Roman Reigns. The guy is shit at wrestling.
Yeah, I don't have one.
Alright.
Anything Roman Reigns is the bad.
Worst promotion of the year, like WWE, like, do we even have to discuss that?
Yeah, like worse than IHWE Rumble in the Redwoods, dude.
That's hella ties to shut up.
Just because you got over there and people thought you were an actual worker.
No, it's just tight because Rick Luxury was there.
It's true. Every time I see a flyer for like a local promotion, I
Pumpkin
always...
Queen was there too.
Yeah.
It's a shoe. Worst feud or angle of the year.
Was Cody and Jay Lethal this year? Because that one sucked. Was that...
No,
that was the end of last year, huh?
I'm gonna say Bray Wyatt versus anyone.
It's literally what I have.
Oh dang.
It's Bray Wyatt versus anyone.
Isn't he pretty just at this
He's
point?
so just. Like, everything that guy does is
He
poison.
just
It's-
ruins
it's
any
fucking-
feud. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my pick. Like, it's fucking terrible every single
He's
time.
making Broken Matt look whack right now.
That sucks.
Like Broken Matt last week on Raw was playing chess with a goldfish in like a bowl, and like Bray Wyatt managed to like make that look whack.
That
That's-
sounds hilarious.
It was, and like Bray like made it whack.
I almost played on piano tonight. I almost played that freaking... what's that song that they sing? That she plays the piano?
Obsolete.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Dude, and the goldfish that he was playing chess with was like Napoleon.
Yeah, like the
Like,
soul
had
of
the soul of
Napoleon was
Napoleon
in.
in it. And they were talking about like battles they went through together.
Dude, he's the meme hardy. Worst event of the year. I have to either give it to Battleground or SummerSlam. Like-
SummerSlam was bad.
Like, really bad.
I'm gonna give it to SummerSlam.
Like, top to bottom.
Second half of Mania. Ugh.
Well, Mania was my third on here, but
Yeah.
dude, SummerSlam was just top to bottom shit.
Okay.
I don't really know a worst non-worker of the year. Worst team of the year.
I'm gonna give my worst non-worker of the year. I'll go in on that.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like I thought I could come up with something funny, but
Worst team of the year, I'm going to give it to the cast of The Elite
Yeah,
for being a bunch
being
of
the Elite,
cringe
yeah.
Redditors. Like, seriously, what the fuck?
that's mine.
Yeah. Do you have a worst team of the year? Like, Hurley, if you could engage a little bit. It's like harkening back to you, like, shopping on eBay during our podcast
Yeah,
on your
that's kind
iPad.
of what I'm doing right now. I just thought of something. Worst... What was the
Worst team.
worst team of the year?
Yeah.
Anyone that was tagged up with... how about the Shield reunion? That was bad. It's pretty bad.
That was pretty dumb.
Because Roman was still part of it.
That's
And
actually-
Dean sucks, too. Seth's the only good one.
Worst female of the year.
Worst female.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give mine to Sasha Banks.
She was pretty terrible.
Like
this year.
she's like pretty just as far as like a chick goes.
She's
like,
even
she doesn't-
getting, like, just hair.
Exactly. I was gonna say she doesn't put on a good match at all anymore. I feel like she's the type of chick who's like always whining about like something. Like she always has a problem with something. Her hair is just awful. Like she's bald. Like, she has the worst hairline I've ever seen a chick have. And I used to think she was tight, and she's not anymore.
She's pretty awful.
And I don't like how they went to that meme place, like in fucking, where'd they go? Where they, like, don't allow women to, like, show their...
Well, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, they went there. And
some Muslim shit.
yeah,
though.
and she, like, covered her whole body, and she's, like, crying about how it's such a step forward for women. And she was, like, putting that over. Did you hear about that shit? In like Saudi Arabia, they don't allow women to like show any of their skin. So like when the WWE goes there, women aren't allowed to have matches. But this year they let them have a match, but they like were covered from head to toe. They had a match.
And she looked like a fucking Power Ranger, dude.
It was Sasha versus Alexa, and both of them had their entire bodies covered because they
Faces and everything.
Not faces, everything but though. Like all the arms, legs, and Sasha and Alexa think of like what they usually wear, and like. Both of them were putting it over as such like a step forward for women's rights, and like they cover their whole body because like they're like less than a human in that country, but they're acting like it's like a big step forward.
My worst female of the year is actually like a tie between Stephanie McMahon for being the cringiest fucking. She's the kind of person who comes out and like talks about the women's revolution and fucking when she announced the women's Royal Rumble and had people who are feuding with each other, like, holding hands and crying in the fucking ring. Yeah. Like, her whole rah-rah progressive women shit is so cringe. But the other half of the tie is, like, the entirety of the Mae Young Classic. Yeah. Like, with the exception of, like, 5 chicks, that was a fucking shit show, top to bottom. Fucking
That was bad. I forgot about that.
So bad.
I didn't even watch. I, like, watched the entire first round and, like, didn't watch the rest.
It's dog shit.
I'm gonna give my worst female of the year to my old roommate.
Pretty good one.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Took me a second.
Worst male of the year, I think you and I are going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
This guy. Yeah, it's Cody. Yeah. Dude, I don't give a fuck if this guy draws dimes and brings attention to Ring of Honor. The guy is cringe. Everything he does is whack. He can't settle on a character. He does the same fucking
three moves all the time. Said, he's trying to be every single, like, 80s character in one.
Yeah. Like, he can't pick something, and it's just so cringe. And the ring, and now him bleaching his hair blonde. He wants to be his dad so hard and has none of his talent.
Worst guy of the year?
Yep.
Roman Reigns.
That's fine by me. Like, absolute shit.
John's not going to ever bury that.
It's like the Young Bucks of worst guys of the year.
Yeah. Alright, and before we get into the top 5 matches of the year, worst match of the year, it has to be fucking Roman Taker. I was blown away by not only how inept Roman is, but like trotting out Taker, the dead man's corpse, yet again, when the guy should have retired like 5 years ago.
I have a different answer.
It was so hard to watch. And especially since it wasn't even a title match, and they still put it on last, so Roman could main event yet again.
3 years in a row, right? Or 4? 3?
I don't know, too many.
Yeah, it's either 3 or 4.
It's 3. It's 15 was the first one, that's where we were there.
I'm gonna give this is worst match of the year, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give mine to Cody versus Suzuki.
Oh.
Because I had such high hopes for that, and just the high hopes, like compared with like what actually happened, such a shit way to end such a great show.
Like top to bottom, that was such a travesty of the match. Like at that one point where he has him in like the crippler crossface, and out of nowhere he breaks the hold like he won. And he stands up and starts doing the yes chant. It's like, what are you doing?
Rent free, dude.
And
WWE lives in his head rent free.
And literally no one, not even all the fucking like stupid ass Redditor smarks in the crowd, joined him in this. It's like, what are you doing?
So we're doing worst match right now.
Yeah.
Dude, it's. I'm just gonna have to agree with you. I can't think of anything that I could say that I watched this year that would be any worse than that.
It was so
My little brother was here for WrestleMania this year, and like he was just happened to be in town when I watched it. Like WrestleMania was so bad, the next day I stopped eating carbs and I lost 100 pounds.
It like inspired you.
Yeah, I was just like...
It like gave you cancer.
Yeah, like I ate pizza that night and I was like, oh, WrestleMania, alright, cool. The second half was so bad, I got so sick that I never wanted to eat again. No, I'm kidding. But No, it was bad, and no, but for real, I did start my like journey the next day, but that was pre-planned. It was bad. My little brother, who doesn't watch wrestling at all, was like, what did we just watch? Like they've completely ruined the Undertaker. Please tell me he's never gonna come out again. I go, they'll probably bring him out again. They think that people still want to see him at Mania. It's ridiculous. I wanted to see him at Mania in 2015 because we were going to be there. Never wanted to see him again after that. Never.
Like, to fucking end the streak, bring him back to win for 2 pointless matches, and then bring him back again to give him another loss.
Yeah, if they're going to give him another loss, they should have let Shane beat him, because Shane, that was actually a pretty good match.
There was something on the line.
Right. Like, not just a pointless main event for... They didn't even put Undertaker last when we were there, and it was outside on the West Coast. And it wasn't even dark outside.
Dude.
They did it for Roman, though.
That match was so bad that combined with that and all the wrestler courts stories I've heard, like, Taker's been in my top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time for a very long time. I kicked him out. Like, he's not even in my list. Like, if I go to top 50, the guy is gone. Like, his legacy is so shit on for me. But, as a highlight, with him gone, that left, like, a number 10 spot. And so now Silas Young, like, made it into my top 10 of all time. So.
Silas Young, like, is on the... Dude.
We've been doing this for 2 hours.
2 hours, brother.
That's tight. Well, let's wrap this up.
Yeah, let's do it.
Top
okay,
five,
so
top
I don't
five
have 5 matches. I only have a couple. So why don't you give your top 5?
Do you guys only have one?
I don't have any.
You don't have any?
I have like one that like sticks out for me. That
All right,
we
well,
haven't
I'm gonna blast through it real quick then. My number 5 was the Lucha Legacy tag match at the APW Clash at the Cow Palace. It was Juventud Guerrera and Rey Mysterio Jr. versus the Lucha Bros, Fenix and Pentagon.
Damn, that was good.
It was hella good.
Love Cow Palace anytime.
My number 4 is Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne for the UK championship.
That was a hella good match.
At TakeOver Chicago. Like, absolute blew the house down.
Oh wait, I was thinking of when they fought in the UK like tournament.
Oh, that was hella good too.
Yeah.
That when Dunne actually won the title.
The TakeOver one was better, I think.
Just absolutely blew it out of the water. Number 3, and I just want to put this out there, post the collage, faggot. Ember Moon Kana 2 at TakeOver Brooklyn 3. Not only was it an amazing match psychology-wise, it had me on the edge of my seat, the fucking butthurt from all the marks on Twitter that Kana won yet again and is still undefeated. I just drink those fucking anti-weed tears. My number 2 is, and by the way, I did make it a rule that I could not list a Okada-Omega match, because I hate to, like, suck Meltzer's cock, but he's right, that was a 6-star match. Omega Okada at Wrestle Kingdom 11 will be talked about for the rest of, like, all time.
God, that was so long ago that I thought it was last year. But it kind of was because we watched it like New Year's, right?
No, we watched it January 4th, you mark.
Oh, okay. Alright.
My number 2, though, is Kenny Omega Ishii Tomohiro, the final of the G1 special. Like,
Yeah.
That blew me the fuck away. That was so good.
That was going to be on my list because I definitely
bottom.
watched that.
Because there's only a couple matches of the year that I've, like, gone back to rewatch. But then my number 1, I said it beforehand, it's going to be match of the year.
Flip.
I fucking said it after it happened, and I'm saying it right now. Death Before Dishonor 2017, Silas Young versus Jay Lethal. Absolute match of the fucking year.
Really? That's impressive.
That is.
For you to put a Jay Lethal match number 1.
Well, Jay Lethal's hella good, but
No, he is hella good, but
it's
like
a Silas Young match.
I think my
Is it because I hate niggers?
No. No, but I agree with the matches that you mentioned that I did see. Like, I agree with those. But there's one that I saw that like has stuck with me ever since I saw it, and it was once again in Lowell, Massachusetts. Saw it live. Frankie Kazarian versus Hangman Adam Page in the strap
match.
Fuck
was
yeah, dude.
insane match. Those guys beat the living shit out of each other. Hangman, like, I saw him behind the building, like, we were hanging out there, like, ripping heaters, like, talking to Marks and stuff. dude was like walking tenderly, man. He got his ass whipped that night. But it was such a good match. And it was like close enough to where it could have been like a dark match. It was like super early in the card.
It was.
Like wicked early in the card. But it's like half an hour long.
What's
dude.
crazy is how much fucking belt whipping there was in the fucking Silas Lethal match.
Damn, there was.
Yeah, Silas looked beat up.
My match of the year was Ishii, Kenny. Like, I'm sure part of it was because I saw it live, but I remember as I was watching it saying to myself, like, this is gonna, like, nothing's gonna top this. I don't think anything did. That's my number one.
It's pretty goddamn fantastic.
Sorry. I'd like to nominate myself for like memer of the year by making that beat meme banner and
It's a meme.
putting T-Cat over on it.
It's pretty good.
I'm gonna have sex under it. Like, I'm gonna put it over my bed.
I think in general, though, I think if we're going to do Memer of the Year, we can close out this very special episode by nominating the Put 'em Over podcast as the most meme podcast.
As a whole.
Yeah.
We've existed just to meme.
Yeah.
Like, everything we do is a meme.
My sole purpose.
My sole purpose is to meme.
Yeah.
Yo soy.
I like the idea of doing a YouTube special every once in a while. I can think it's pretty fun.
Do you like the idea more than you like actually doing it?
No, I like I straight shoot like it. I like the idea of doing this. Like, at least every time that we can all get together and do a YouTube special, it's pretty fun, dude.
It's a shoot.
Yeah. And then give a couple of shout outs for the show. I want to shout out Pete's, who was always a big fan and a
Shout out
believer.
Pete.
Big fan and a believer in what we were doing, and like really enjoyed like listening to us and everything. And so him and I had some good times this year, and as we reflect on 2017, like he's been a pretty big part of my year as far as like everything I've gone through personally. And Pete's has been around for all of it and been there and talked to me on the phone quite a bit. And then we went to Boston together, and we put him over on the Ring of Honor show. He put me over on Olneyville, New York System Hot Wieners in Rhode Island, which I will nominate as my person of the year, the guy that like runs that place. Actually, that whole staff, they get like a...
I nominate the dinosaur.
Yeah, the Orange Dinosaur gets an honorary awards. Like Skip Peterson, aka Stu, gets an honorary award for like being the Young
In this
Bucks
video,
of-
you better not put it up on the YouTubes.
Yeah, like he's like the Young Bucks of people. Period. Like, there's so many freaking memes from that trip. That's one thing that I missed when we came back from that trip, is that we weren't doing the podcast when I came back, because I had a lot of funny fucking stories to tell. But the Boston
Sometimes
stories,
you gotta tell stories.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta work, and sometimes you gotta meme.
the Boston stories are pretty over, dude. Like meeting Uncle Tim, and he's wearing like the Trump shirt, talking like bitching about foreigners the whole time.
Well, I'd say in conclusion,
Yeah.
2017 has been an interesting year, and I look forward to see what memes the future brings.
Yeah.
For the Put 'em Over podcast, I'm Lucha John.
For the artist formerly known as the Put 'em Over podcast, I'm Hurley, and this is T-Cat. He never announces himself.
I want you to say my name.
He'll never do it.
I'll do it during sexual intercourse and never anywhere else.
Thanks for the gimmicks, guys.
Absolutely.
I popped pretty hard for, I don't know if, man, that ABG cologne
So,
might have been more of a meme than the Das Wunderkind Hot Wheel car.
fantastic.
I
So,
kinda mean it, dude.
for those of you watching on YouTube, make sure to have a Merry Christmas, and for you Jews out there, have a terrible Hanukkah, and, die in a second Holocaust.
When I go into a store and I tell, like, someone who helps me, a clerk of some kind, Merry Christmas, and they say the same to you, I literally look at them and say, you can say it to me, it's okay. And they still won't say it most of the time. But they know what I mean. Merry Christmas. We're going to say it again right now.
And
It was fun.
also,